Well now, here we are together again for another exciting episode of Explore Tulsa. We start the show with a bug's eye view.
Then we'll get them while they're hot.
Followed by a coach who knows how to win.
Plus picks that'll make you grin.
Hi, I'm Stevie Fernandez.
And I'm Trish Whitmer. It's great to have you with us for this week's Explore Tulsa. Stevie, do you like spiders?
Oh, I don't like spiders or snakes, and that ain't what it takes to love me.
So you're planning to quote Jim Stafford throughout this segment?
No, I always just really like that one line. But a guy that loves spiders has to be Thomas Shahan.
Does he ever? And he takes the most colorful macro photos of them too.
Let's let Thomas tell us why he likes showing off spiders in a whole different light.
It wasn't a interest in photography. It wasn't necessarily an interest in art. It was I was in my backyard and I started noticing these small salticids, which are the jumping spiders. And Oklahoma has a lot of really beautiful jumping spiders. And it was one of the first times I'd seen a spider look up. So I kind of got down close and looked in its face, and it's small, you know. And if you take into account that the animal is 5 millimeters long. It has not evolved to attack or prey upon humans. And as a result, I wanted to get closer and closer. So I started, maybe I'll put this old prime lens on backwards, or I'll use a set of extension tubes. So I started kind of putting together my own camera equipment, because I didn't want to buy a macro lens. I was using a Pentax digital SLR, so I didn't want to get a fancy Canon, blah, blah, blah. So it was kind of nice for me to learn about photography through trying to get closer and closer to these spiders. So I will go out in places in Oklahoma or wherever I'm traveling. I'll usually have specimen containers with me. I will collect the leaf I found it on, so the host plant, and I'll collect the spider. I might note down where I found it, the date. I'll bring it home with me. I'll take all the leaves, some of the leaves from the environment, I'll lay them out on a coffee table, and I'll let the spider just hop around wherever it wants to go, and I'll kind of make a little indoor studio for it. I'll shoot it, and then the next day when I go out looking for more spiders, I'll take him and his plants back and release him back where I found him. Maybe I'll find a little moth and put it in the container, and he'll just destroy the moth. And that's the kind of fun for me, knowing I don't really have an adverse, effect on their lives. In Oklahoma, we have the brown recluse, and we have the black widow. But other than those two spiders, there's not much to worry about. They're not aggressive. They will not seek out human-sized prey. If they're approaching you, it's not aggression, it's just curiosity and stupidity. Those two species have very poor eyesight, so they can only essentially detect light and dark. They're not seeing, oh, that's a human, I need to go attack it. They just see light and dark and they're fumbling around. They're just little idiots. The jumping spiders, they're the smart guys. They know exactly what they're looking at. Kind of increasing the popularity of an unpopular animal. That's the whole point in why I do this. To have, access to the general public to say, all these spiders you hate are really beautiful. They might live for 2-3 years. They have really intricate, impressive lives. They court females. They'll do these desperate things. They'll show off their green metallic armpits. They'll wave their pedipalps. They can stalk prey from large distances. They can jump really far. So to share this with other people, I'm hoping that kind of will, in the long run, help them. They're not in any danger of going extinct, but people don't love spiders, especially in Oklahoma. People don't like spiders. They think everything's going to hurt them. A spider bites. So simply by showing how beautiful they are, I feel like it could help. How many people in the world care about this? Me and a couple other arachnologists, but it's nice for me. It's kind of like, finding a whole new world of aliens, that no one else has ever seen or photographed. Some of the more common places on Earth, There's probably new species in this forest behind me.
The Earth is dead, but I've got bread, a magazine, and some gasoline.
I was in National Geographic, I was interviewed on the Today Show. So it's taken me to a lot of wonderful opportunities to publicize these spiders. And it's, I'm not that good looking of a guy, so I'm okay not really being the face of these things and letting the faces of the spiders speak for me. I'm kind of just this kid from Oklahoma that pretends to know a lot about spiders.
Thomas's story is pretty amazing. Taking an interesting hobby as a kid and turning it into an entire career taking pictures of spiders.
If you'd like to see more of Thomas's work, visit thomasshahan.com.
So Trish, now that you've learned more about spiders, are you going to think twice before you, swat one when you find it at the house?
I'm going to have to plead a fifth on that one.
I bet you're the one who stole the donuts, too.
Yeah, taking the fifth on that one as well. But we are set up to stop in at Krispy Kreme next when we return with more Explore Tulsa.
Welcome to White House Mansion, where we are ready to make your event extraordinary.
Located near Tulsa Hills, White House Mansion is country living in the city. This unique, historic mansion is the perfect venue for your wedding reception, party, or holiday gathering. We can accommodate up to 500 guests with both indoor and outdoor options and plenty of parking. If you're looking for a charming, special, and flexible location for your big day,
Call us now to make memories that will last for a lifetime.
Aesthetic offers Tulsa the most cosmetic hidden orthodontic treatment in the world.
That's really the advantage. It's really nice to be the 50-year-old woman who doesn't have braces on the outside of her teeth.
The incognito is back behind the teeth.
As soon as I saw that, it was like a aha moment, like, man, that's how all braces should be.
The staff is excellent. The scheduling is so easy.
It is the latest technology, and you will be amazed at your beautiful smile.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99 or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
Hi, we're so glad you stayed with us for more Explore Tulsa.
Who made the donut with the hole in the middle? Just how it got there is always going to be a riddle.
Is that a song?
Yeah, it's a song. As a matter of fact, it's the song they sang at the Smithsonian when Krispy Kreme celebrated its 60th birthday by donating the Ring King Jr. to the museum.
Right, that was one of the most advanced automatic donut makers in America.
Yep, and for the past dozen years, its little brother has been treating Tulsa to some of the best donuts ever.
Krispy Kreme started in 1937 over in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Last July 13th is their actual birthday, and last July 13th was their 76th birthday. I work the evening shifts, and we're making anywhere, between 15 and 20 size doughs and those size doughs range from 15 dozen to 50 dozen. So there are days when we're making, just in the afternoon, 1,000 dozen. That's just the glazed ones. That doesn't include our cake ones that are made every day, and then the morning shift. Probably another 500-600 dozen in the morning shift. It just depends on the days, because we also do wholesale as well, where we take our donuts to Walmarts and other locations. And Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays are really heavy box days. That's when we get between the 900 and 1,000 dozen range as far as the donuts. Oh wow! When it's their first time, it's like eyes are bulging and their face is just all lit up and mommy, or daddy, look at this, and then they can just stand right on that little step like place there, and in case they're a little shorter than other children, and they can see the whole process. And what's neat is if they call in and ask that we can give them tours to go and introduce them to the first stages of the processing, the mixing and the cutting of the donuts, and showing them how when they first come out how small they are, and then when they go through the proofer how much they increase because of the yeast in the donuts, and then they get really amazed and really thankful for that. I've heard customers come in and says, man, we saw your hot light on, so we had to come in and have a hot one. And what makes it appealing, I believe, for a lot of people is just getting that warm, hot, fresh donut right off the line. It says, well, this doesn't compare to anything from what I've heard from customers and stuff. And they're like, oh gosh, I haven't had this in a long time. I really miss this. And they get a big smile on their face. And in fact, it's kind of funny. I'm up here waiting on helping people. I hand them their sample, and then I ask them, how can I help them? And they've already taken a bite out of their donuts, so they're trying to cover their mouth and talk at the same time and stuff. So I think the draw is the hot, fresh donut when it comes off the line, and they say, this is nothing like we get in the stores and stuff.
So Stevie, what's your favorite donut?
All of them. I actually had a buddy, when they first opened, he parked his RV at the Krispy Kreme because he promised his girls that he would give them the first Krispy Kreme donut in Tulsa ever.
Now that is a dedicated dad. It may not be the first, but you can still be a hero by taking your kids by Krispy Kreme and watch them make some donuts.
And don't forget about the free hat, Trish.
Okay, Stevie, we won't forget, but we also should be thinking about another football season nearing its end.
Especially high school football here in Oklahoma. The Explore Tulsa production crew has followed many teams this season, and one that had an incredible year due to a very inspirational coach has to be Metro Christian.
And we'll meet Coach Jared McCoy next when we continue with more Explore Tulsa.
Shopping for authentic Native American gifts has never been easier. Whether you're looking for jewelry, art, or official Cherokee Nation apparel and books, you're sure to find all the perfect items in one place. Cherokee Nation Gift Shops. With 8 convenient retail locations, or shop online at CherokeeGiftShop.com. And don't miss our official Cherokee OU and OSU merchandise. Cherokee Nation Gift Shop. Convenient, affordable, authentic.
Are you still paying rent or tired of repairing that old home? I'm Mike Harrison with Lifeway Homes, and it's never been easier to own a brand new home. To celebrate the opening of our newest location, take advantage of our drastic reduction of all in-stock double wides. We have payments as low as $395 a month. For the next 10 buyers, I'll throw in a washer and dryer. So stop renting and start owning. Check us out at lifewayhomes.net or on East Admiral Place. Merry Christmas from Lifeway Homes.
Have you noticed your vision seeming a little narrowed and blurry?
Then you may be suffering from SDTV.
Let the LED experts at Video Revolution help you see what you've been missing.
Like the Samsung 1080p 50-inch LED for only $749.
Or this Sony 60-inch 1080p LED for only $14.99.
Video Revolution at 71st and Lewis can help you find the perfect HD.
And 3D prescription to custom fit your home entertainment needs.
If you love you some Oklahoma high school football, then you'll be so glad you stuck around for more Explore Tulsa.
High school football has always been huge in Oklahoma. The Jinx Union matchup alone can draw over 10,000 fans.
But there are other schools that have winning traditions too, inspired by great coaches, and at the 3A level, one of those leaders is Coach Jared McCoy.
From a young age, I can remember wanting to draw X's and O's as a freshman in high school and drawing up blocking schemes and pass routes and combinations. And God didn't give me a body that was fit for collegiate football, but my love for it never ended. And I've gotten most of the jobs that I've ever gotten in a school was because I can teach high school physics. So I have a physics mind and a love for football. Every coach wants to adapt what he's doing to best fit his players, and I don't think I'm any different in the way I approach things. But we tweak and we figure out where our strengths are as a team and where individual strengths are and who can fill what role and how roles have to change and adapt from year to year. Whether it's a quarterback that can run a little bit better or throws functionally, or whether it's a quarterback that's not a runner but he can sit back there in a pocket and wing it. We kind of have to figure that out and fitting a receiver in the right spot. It's not perfect. We're moving receivers around up until the last 2 or 3 weeks in the season. We're trying to get kids in the right place. At Metro, I love the opportunities that I have at a school where faith is so important, so stressed. It gives me opportunity to talk about Christ, talk about Jesus every day, and that's important to me. I think that's important to most of our kids, but we're like every school. All of our kids struggle with the same sin issues that everybody else deals with and struggles with, and the temptation to quit, and I think that's still there just like anywhere else, but I certainly think that our faith teaches us to persevere and to push through and to fight, and I think that's what life is, an awful lot like that, and football mirrors it.
First off, he's an amazing coach. Obviously, our record shows of how good we've been since we've been under his leadership. I hurt my knee the first week of playoffs, and during halftime, Coach McCoy came down from the box and gave me a hug, and he was there for me and said, beyond what you do on the field, I love you as a man you're becoming. And him giving me a hug and me kind of thinking of him as a coach, that was a big deal, and I think that was the moment when I thought I have the best coaches in the state.
I attend a church where we looked at some of the research and done some of the statistics, and sports is fundamental for a lot of kids just staying in school, period. A lot of them, it's their driving motivation behind making grades and finishing, and you know, if the life lessons you learn, there's something innate in us that wants to compete and challenge each other, but there's a lot of profit to kids in athletics, and you know, the grade end and the opportunities it provides for furthering education, those are all great things.
But I didn't really get too close to Coach McCoy until junior, senior year, whenever we actually started talking quite a bit. Being able to come in a coach's office and just talk to coaches about your problems, what's going on in your life. Like outside of football, it's a good bond to have with coaches like that.
You know, God's called us to all different things. And but the main thing is to glorify Him in whatever we're doing. And I tell them over and over again, I said, if you can't glorify God in football, then we're messing up. I'm messing up with what I'm doing, and they're messing up with what they're doing. And that they can play football different. And I think if I can get that across to them, I think that if they can see that there's a way for them to play football different, then they can do what the Bible says, and they can eat to the glory of God, and they can drink to the glory of God, and they can go be an accountant to the glory of God, and they can go be a husband to the glory of God. And I want them to get that, because I believe that if they're going to find fullness in this life with athletics and everything else, then that's fundamental and key. And everybody wants fullness. Everybody wants that joy and peace that's out there.
Just hanging out with Coach McCoy made me want to put on some pads and get out there on the field.
And once you're out there, exactly what would you do?
Win, Trish. We would win.
All right there, Billy Vessels. Coach McCoy does seem to have the attitude parents would love to have for their kids. And if you'd like to learn more about Metro Christian and their programs, visit metroca.com.
One of my favorite memories of high school football has to be Picture Day.
Picture Day? Why Picture Day?
Well, the photographer always made me look so much taller.
Maybe if we check in with Brenda Horan Photography, she could do the same for you.
Good idea. We'll go there next when we come back with more Explore Tulsa.
Welcome to White House Mansion, where we are ready to make your events extraordinary.
Located near Tulsa Hills, White House Mansion is country living in the city. This unique, historic mansion is the perfect venue for your wedding reception, party, or holiday gathering. We can accommodate up to 500 guests with both indoor and outdoor options and plenty of parking. If you're looking for a charming, special, and flexible location for your big day,
call us now to make memories that will last for a lifetime.
Aesthetic offers Tulsa the most cosmetic, hidden orthodontic treatment in the world.
That's really the advantage. It's really nice to be the 50-year-old woman who doesn't have braces on the outside of her teeth.
The incognito is back behind the teeth.
As soon as I saw that, it was like a aha moment, like, man, that's how all braces should be.
The staff is excellent. The scheduling is so easy.
It is the latest technology, and you will be amazed at your beautiful smile.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get one pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my two-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
If you're thinking the holidays are a great time to get the whole family together for a memorable pic, then you'll be so glad you continued watching Explore Tulsa.
That's right, Stevie, because Brenda Horan Photography can do anything from family portraits to Superman pics.
Well, I just loved it. I've been an artist my whole life. I used to be like a sketch artist and drew faces, and I was just always captivated by a face and an expression. And then just having my own children really kind of pushed me in the direction of actually starting a business. The two ladies I have working for me are like my sisters. They're actually young enough to be my daughters, but they're just the sweetest women. We are all very loyal, trustworthy people. We love working together. We don't have a lot of drama that sometimes women in the workplace have. We just have a lot of fun together. Everybody respects everybody, and we all know what each other does, so we can jump in if we need to in a pinch. So it's a great working environment.
It's been a huge blessing in my life. I went from wedding photography, which is great for some people, but for me it was a lot of stress working every single weekend and not getting home till midnight a lot of nights, and just to be able to have a normal 9-to-5 job that's predictable and just, it's a lot less stress in my life, and I enjoy working with the babies and kids and families. It's a lot of fun.
I've been here almost 2 years. It's meant a lot to me because I was a stay-at-home mom for 12 years, and this is really my first somewhat semi-full-time. I am full-time when it's needed seasonally, but I like the fact that my schedule is flexible, so if I have a sick child I can be home, or if there's a field trip or something I'm able to attend. But it's a great working environment, it's comfortable, it's relaxed. The girls here are just so sweet, and I'm just very blessed to be a part of what Brenda's doing and feel very thankful to be here.
The Tulsa photography market is saturated with good photographers, all walks of life too. You have ones who have studios, ones who have home studios, people who are just natural light shooters that don't have a studio. So it was just making the decision, go big or just don't do it. So we went big.
I think the biggest thing that I've learned from Brenda is just the business aspect of photography as well as the technical side. But she has such a knack for that. A lot of times you see people who are creative but they don't have the business sense, and she has both. She's extremely blessed to have the knowledge how to maintain and stabilize a business, but as well be creative and new and fresh.
Well, I always tell Brenda she makes my job very easy, because when people come into the studio and they view their portraits, they're automatically in love with what they see, especially when you're talking about moms seeing their babies, and you know, and then family portraits, and the memories and the moments that she captures are just priceless. So it's really makes my job very easy, and it's great to see people's reaction to their photos.
We always want to make the customer feel special. We want to bring out the beauty of their child. We want to get natural expressions, not necessarily the cheese smile, but natural expressions from their children. And we want it to be a fun experience for everyone. So we don't want the parents to be paranoid, sweating in the background because their kid is not cooperating. We really play with the children. We're small women, so we get in there and we have fun with the kids. So it's really a fun job. Well, photography is my creative outlet. I think always in pictures. Everything I see, everything I do, I'm always wondering, how could I incorporate this? How can I put a baby in that? How could I do that? You know, so everything I think is revolved around photography. It's kind of a sickness, but most photographers think the same way. They see a basket, they go, wow, that would be good for a baby. you think it could fit in that? You know, so we're all thinking that way every time we go shopping or anytime we see anything. So I just am very, very passionate about getting good pictures for people, having them have beautiful images on their wall that's going to last them a lifetime. Pictures are so important to us. It's a memory, and you can never get that memory back. So a picture helps to kind of get that memory back. So that's why it's really important to me.
There you go. What do you think?
Not bad, but you may want some pointers from Brenda.
Maybe it was the subject.
If you'd like to schedule an appointment with Brenda, visit BrendaHoran.com.
Here, let me try again. Maybe if you just try to look a little more actual pretty.
Stick around, there's more Explore Tulsa just ahead.
Looking for a new home entertainment experience? Well, hi, and welcome to Video Revolution, Tulsa's best in cutting-edge electronics. Professional, highly trained home entertainment experts. Video Revolution's been serving Tulsans for over 25 years with name brands like Sony, Clips, Definitive Technology, Samsung, and so many more. Great selection, price match guarantee, custom installation, expert assistance equals home entertainment success. See for yourself. The Video Revolution showroom features the largest selection of flat panel TVs in all of Oklahoma. Plus the latest in 3D entertainment. Highly trained home entertainment experts on hand. Professional delivery, installation, and service after the sale. And the best selection of name brands. Visit us online at videorevolution.com and find out more about everything we have to offer. Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Be sure to stop in next week when we meet Tom Newman and hear all about his brand new release of a new movie, The Christmas Candle.
We want to thank Thomas Shahan for sharing with us all his photos and insight into the world of spiders.
Thanks too to Bruce Dunsmore and all the folks at Krispy Kreme for letting us stop by and, having some great donuts. And to Coach McCoy, congrats on a great season and all the fine work you do at Metro.
Plus thanks to Brenda and her crew at Brenda Horan Photography.
Remember, if you miss any of the show, you can always catch us at exploretulsa.com.
As always, each week we feature the people, places, and attractions that make us proud to call Tulsa our home.
Hey, don't forget to like us on Facebook. Share with us someone you think Tulsa should know more about.
Plus remember, Explore Tulsa is brought to you by Video Revolution, located on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Stop by, say hello to Ron and all the guys for all your home entertainment needs.
And we welcome Explore Tulsa's newest title sponsor, Dr. Robert Zollner and Associates.
Home of the 2-pair for $99 deal, 2 locations, 3030 South Harvard and 69th and Memorial.
Well, that's all the time we have for you on this week's show, but we'll see you next week, right here on Explore Tulsa.